When the gold medal game tipped off, it was clear that Victor Wembanyama wasn't just here to play, he was here to claim that gold. But right from the start, LeBron James showed that the king wasn't ready to give up his crown just yet.
In the last 2 knockout games.
LeBron James still flying high at nearly 40.
LeBron opened the game with a powerful slam, setting the tone for what was going to be a showdown for the ages. But Wemby wasted no time answering back.
Wembanyama on the move.
This costume makeup on him is actually really 26 years.
Confidently draining a 3 over Joel Embiid. This wasn't just a game, it was a battle of generations, with everything on the line. The stakes couldn't be higher. On one side, you've got the established NBA legends, LeBron, KD, Steph, players who've dominated the league for over a decade. On the other, the future of basketball, Wembanyama, a 7'4" prodigy poised to take over the league. Both teams were locked in from the start, each possession brimming with intensity. France, knowing they couldn't match the US in pure star power, packed the paint early, forcing the US to rely on their outside shooting. LeBron, ever the playmaker, kicked it out to Devin Booker,
Against possibly the greatest prospect ever,
who drilled a 3 in motion, keeping the US on track. Wembanyama was quick to show why he's considered the next big thing. On France's next possession, he displayed some of the post moves he's been perfecting.
Let one off as well, and now Wembanyama has 5 of the first 7 for France.
Working his way around Embiid for a slick bucket under the basket, putting France ahead 7-5. This wasn't just a move, it was a statement. But that only seemed to ignite Team USA. After a quick US fast break, Kevin Durant was met by Frank Ntilikina, who blocked him going at the rim.
Suits the US.
And the temperature of this game simmering.
Nothing major, but just enough to light a fire under KD. Moments later, LeBron gave us a flashback to his Cleveland days, bringing a little nostalgia moment for those 2016 fans, with a vintage chase-down block on Yabusele.
Coming into the quarterfinal, LeBron James trying to break the backboard.
KD didn't waste any time channeling that energy. Just minutes later, he knocked down a contested 3 over Batum, showing that he wasn't going to be rattled. But France wasn't backing down. Yabusele, often overlooked but crucial in this game, announced his presence with a thunderous poster dunk on Booker, sending the French crowd into a frenzy. And just when you thought Wemby was finished, he pulled out a move that left everyone stunned. After grabbing an offensive rebound and bringing the ball up the court, he baited Embiid with a hesitation pull-up, only to blow by him and finish ferociously at the rim.
Wemby weaving his way through,
putting France ahead 11-10. The US knew they had to respond. LeBron, as always, stepped up. He froze the entire French defense with a slick behind-the-back pass, leaving Booker wide open for an easy layup, showcasing why he's one of the greatest playmakers the game has ever seen. With 4 minutes left in the first quarter, France gave Wemby a quick rest, while the US brought in their game-changer, Anthony Davis. AD immediately made his presence felt, providing the rim protection and offensive rebounding that the US desperately needed. On the other end, Anthony Edwards came in and locked down Evan Fournier, forcing 2 quick steals in under a minute. France, lacking another Wemby to turn to, had no choice but to bring their star back into the game, but Ant was unfazed, calling an ISO on Rudy Gobert and drilling a 3 right in his face, talking his usual trash on the way back. France wasn't about to back down though. Yabusele, undeterred by AD's defense, hit a 3 right in his face.
Yabusele for the 3. They need it, he provides it, they're back within 4.
Showing that he had plenty more to offer. With the US leading 24-20, France needed a spark. And they found it in their 6-foot-tall guard, Strazel, who banked in a deep 3-pointer, shifting the momentum back in their favor. Suddenly, the only thing stopping the US was themselves. France capitalized, with Ntilikina throwing down a vicious dunk.
And the capital is captivated,
putting France ahead 25-24. The US had no choice but to bring LeBron back into the game. But France wasn't about to give him anything easy. After waiting a bit too long, LeBron was forced into a tough shot, only to have it viciously swatted away by Wemby.
Being chased by the man he calls the alien.
No easy buckets here, but you can never count out LeBron. Shortly after, he reminded everyone why he's still unstoppable, going coast to coast, slicing through the French defense, and finishing at the rim despite Wembanyama's best efforts.
Pass to the
Another bucket.
basket, volleying his way past the thinner opponent Wemby that time.
France needed a spark to break the US momentum, and they got exactly what they wished for. Yabusele, often the underdog, stepped up to deliver the moment of the tournament. After faking a handoff, he blew past KD and Booker, charging down the lane with only one thing in mind: to challenge the king himself at the rim.
Last dance, the show and the go and the fly-in finish. Oh my goodness! Gershon Yabusele has just put the king on a poster.
If that dunk doesn't earn him an NBA contract, I don't know what will. Not to be outdone, Wemby went bucket for bucket, slamming one down over the much smaller Drew Holiday. Just when it seemed like France had the momentum, Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, decided to join the party, sinking a wide-open three.
The saw flying past, and Curry finally hits the target.
LeBron quickly broke the tension, driving coast to coast for another bucket, and the and one, hitting his iconic celebration as the US bench erupted.
How about the MVP moves, the GOAT moves of the king?
With Wembanyama on the bench, France looked powerless, but Yabusele stepped up, drawing a foul on a three-point attempt. Perhaps a careless mistake by Bam, but he calmly sank all 3 free throws, bringing France back within striking distance. With the halftime score close, the second half was set to be a battle. Steph Curry, nicknamed Chef Curry for a reason, started cooking, hitting 3 after 3 like it was nothing. Steve Kerr brought Embiid back in, and he showed flashes of his MVP form, helping the US extend their lead to 58-45. But just when it seemed like the US might pull away, Yabusele snapped the momentum again, forcing some free throws and keeping France in it.
Yabusele down the right rail, true contact.
Yeah, that's a good play by Yabusele, and what he did there.
The US wasn't fazed though, especially not Curry, who hit another dagger 3 and celebrated with his iconic shimmy. Even the president of France was left shook, and Wembanyama was losing his shoe, a reminder to always strap up. Once Wemby got his shoe back on, he wasted no time, hitting a clutch 3 to keep France within reach. A few minutes later, Evan Fournier drained a 3, making it a 6-point game.
Far, he'll take the 3, Evan Fournier.
But LeBron quickly silenced the French crowd, hitting a clutch 3 of his own right after.
The king to cancel.
With LeBron and Steph taking a break, it was AD who took over, dominating the boards and getting those crucial defensive stops. One of those stops led to a moment that will go down in history. Ant Edwards, who has always admired KD, got the opportunity of a lifetime when KD threw him a fast break lob for the alley-oop.
Still got it one more time, but Durant up high, and believe that.
The fourth quarter was where legends are made. Both teams came out swinging, with LeBron taking out some frustration with a ferocious dunk after a cut and pass from Holiday.
Pincer trap, didn't work, far side, look out! For the eternal excellence.
The crowd was on its feet, and even Jimmy Fallon was hyped on the sidelines, but Yabusele wasn't done. After stealing the ball on a fast break, he attempted to dunk on not one, but 2 legends.
Increased quickness as Yabusele with the steal.
The lightning and the thunder, and the 10-foot tall foul.
Unfortunately for him, LeBron committed the foul, ending that dream. But it was a pivotal moment that brought France closer to tying the score. With momentum swinging in France's favor, someone had to step up for the US. And who else but Steph Curry? Without hesitation, he started raining in threes, giving the US a 9-point lead with 3 in a row.
And Curry for 3! Curry
Steph
put the
has
Batman
this.
in the air and put the ball in the bucket. Curry, the closer, the stone-cold killer.
France wasn't ready to give up though. Wembanyama hit a clutch 3, off the inbound, cutting the lead to 6. But Curry was in his zone, hitting his 4th consecutive 3-pointer.
Here we go again. You're going to have to double team him. But they got it out of their hands with a double team last time. He still got open for three.
Draws the double.
Effectively putting France to sleep. Let's take a moment to appreciate the greatness we might have seen for the final time. LeBron has hinted that this could be his last Olympic run, and by 2028, KD and Curry will be nearing 40. The future of Team USA is bright with Tatum, Edwards, and Booker, but they'll be facing even tougher competition. Can the next generation keep the gold medal streak alive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more basketball discussions.